A few days ago, I had the incredible opportunity to attend the New York premiere of Good Fortune. It was truly a dream come true. I've always imagined what nights like this would feel like, and this went way above my expectations. It takes a village to bring a project to life, and this night was a celebration of that village, as well as the audience who shared in the experience. I've never felt anything quite like this, and oh my gosh, I really hope I get to experience this again. Thank you so much! And now, here I am, ready to share my thoughts. Disclaimer as usual, these are just my opinions. Feel free to comment yours, just remember to be respectful. So, if you don't know, Good Fortune is a new comedy film that is actually out today. In his filmmaking debut, writer and director Aziz Ansari plays Arch, a struggling film editor who is stuck doing personal services for some cash. Wait, that sounds so wrong, oh my god. These services are through an app. That sounds even worse, Jesus! He stands in line for cinnamon rolls and cleans out garages. That's the kind of services he does. One day, a wealthy man named Jeff hires Arch as his personal assistant. Arch is exposed to Jeff's lavish lifestyle and deeply desires it, but is eventually let go of the job. Just as Arch has hit rock bottom, a guardian angel named Gabriel steps in. Played by the one and only Keanu Reeves, Gabriel is an enthusiastic and hopeful individual who wants to help. He switches the lives of Arch and Jeff, hoping that Arch will see that the material lifestyle isn't all it seems. But hilariously, most of Arch's problems are solved by just being rich. Something that I really enjoyed about the film was that it didn't overly rely on the body/life swapping concept. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a major part of the film, but the film uses that to tell a greater message. Typically, films like this would just make Jeff the big, bad, power-hungry villain with millions of dollars, but the main focus of critique isn't on Jeff. It's actually on the system responsible for making people like Jeff. I also really like the inclusion of angels and higher powers because it added an interesting stake to the situation, but also to the overall message. Personally, Gabriel was my favorite part of the film and his arc. Throughout the first half, Gabriel is trying to convince Arch that his regular life is worth living. I mean, that's why Gabriel switched Arch and Jeff's lives, in hopes that Arch would realize that. Later on in the film, Gabriel gets his wings taken away and starts living a normal life. And the guy is struggling. He doesn't understand what's going on and doesn't know how to relate to people. There's a scene where he interrupts a union meeting and tries to sound relatable, but it just comes off as very out of touch. Because he is. He's never been human before. He doesn't know how to connect with people on that level. Gabriel starts working a physically demanding job and is rewarded with a small paycheck. He starts drinking and smoking, he's pessimistic, he's low-key in the same boat that Arch was in. But eventually, he comes to find the beauty of life. It's not in the lavish parties and expensive watches, it's in the small moments of dancing and connecting with people, eating tacos and chicken nuggies. Keanu Reeves was the star of the show. I already deeply admire him for his incredible acting skills, but also just him as a person. Casting him as an angel was an incredible decision because this man has so much aura. I knew the guy was funny. I've seen Always Be My Maybe, but he really understood his character, acknowledging that Gabriel's humor stems from sincerity. Gabriel doesn't tell jokes. He's just yapping, but he has a mix of disconnection from humanity and a genuine desire to want to help. That's where the comedy really comes in, and that's what Keanu understood. I also have to give a lot of credit to Seth Rogen. Like I said, it was so easy to make Jeff the big bad villain, but the smart writing and the great performance made him human. He didn't just do a lot comedically, he brought a lot of heart into the film. And that's what Good Fortune has, a lot of heart. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. There were some parts of the film that did kind of stick out. It does tend to lean into the cheesiness, especially towards the end. I wish Keke Palmer's character was elaborated on more, or at least the union that she was organizing. That could have been another opportunity to have more commentary. But Keke was great, don't get me wrong. I've already seen some conversations online talking about the irony of the movie. I mean, this film about the working class is written, directed, and acted by a bunch of millionaires. I get it. I'm not saying the people talking online are wrong. But I hope that doesn't completely turn you away from the film. There are some genuinely funny moments that had me in the theater laughing, and there are some really sweet performances too. Overall, the film was a joy to watch. I'm not just saying that because Keanu Reeves and Sandra Oh were standing 5 feet away from me. I'm saying that because it was genuinely a good time. And in times like these, we could sure use some more good times and good fortune.
Thank you guys for being so patient. I'm Adam Fogelson, the chair of the Landscape Motion Picture Group. That's sweet. Try it at home. On behalf of all of my friends and colleagues at the company and a bunch of important board members who are here, I want to welcome you to the New York premiere of Good Fortune. I'm particularly happy tonight because it is not always the case where I get to say completely authentically the following two things. Number one, I absolutely love the movie you're about to see. I think that the team did an exceptional job, and I was talking with Aziz before, and I think about what I read and the conversations we had and what he and everyone associated with the movie delivered. It's one of those rare cases where I just think that it exceeded my wildest expectations, and I'm so proud of all of them. So if you have half as much fun watching this movie as I have had the 23 times I've watched it, you're in for a lovely night. The second thing I don't always get to say is that I have the good fortune of introducing 3 people associated with the film who I genuinely adore. It is my pleasure to introduce Sandra Oh and Keanu Reeves. And Aziz Ansari.
Thanks. So cool. Thank you so much. Sandra, say something. Keanu, say something.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yes.
Congratulations. I want to thank both of these people for being in the film. Sandra, you were in my head when I was writing it, and I was like, oh my God, that would be incredible. And then it happened. And Keanu, I can't say enough about your performance in this. I'm so thankful that you're in the film, and your performance as Gabriel, to me, it's the heart and soul of it, and I can't thank you enough. And also some of our crew is here, our executive producer, and also my brother, Aziz Ansari, co-producer, Chelsea Camo, our wonderful cinematographer, Adam Newport-Barrow, who did such a killer job here, and our other producers, Alan Yang is here. Alan and I were here like 10 years ago for Master of None, and to be back here with a feature film that we worked on together, what a beautiful thing. So happy to be here with Alan again. Yeah, I'm so proud of this movie, and it's been so awesome to screen this in all these cities. We did it in London and Austin and LA and Chicago, and to see people like yourselves in a crowd laughing in a movie theater, it's a beautiful thing. And so I'm so excited you're going to get to see this movie the way we all dreamed you'd see it, with a crowd, laughing with your friends. So thank you so much, and enjoy Good Fortune!
Thank you so much for watching. Again, these are just my opinions. Please comment yours down below. Just remember to be respectful. Thank you again, Good Fortune, for having me. This was so fun. Oh my God. And I really hope I get to do something like this again. Follow me on Instagram and Letterboxd to see what I'm up to and what I'm watching. So yeah, subscribe if you want. Have a great day. Bye.